Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your end of November tarot reading. We're going to start off with an oracle card. Panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. All right, Aries. That's very specific on maybe there's a space that you need to make your own. If we can get an overall energy for the end of November. Knight of Pentacles, immediate past, the Nine of Wands, currently the Five of Wands, an immediate future, Six of Cups. The bottom of the first deck is the Empress. All right, so looks like you're nurturing the heck out of something. And maybe that is that space that you're going to be creating for yourself, that sacred space. The Knight of Pentacles is about where to put it because you want it to last. In the near future, this really right in this very immediate past, you have the Nine of Wands. You're tired of something. There's something that you've been working on. There's a situation, a relationship that is kind of wearing on you in the immediate past, and currently it looks like there's a little bit more conflict around it, and in the near future you get a little resolve with this Six of Cups. Something changes in the immediate future. Maybe it's when you build this space. Maybe it's when you nurture this space. I think you're just looking for it. I think you're looking for where to plant that. Can we clarify? Six of Cups again, and the High Priestess. I think the last two signs I just did both had the High Priestess. There's a lot of intuition going on here. There's a lot of leaning into your gut, leaning into what you know works for you personally. It may not work for others, and you don't have to even like explain that to anybody. Whatever works for you. This card of nostalgia, this card of, I think what they're saying here is what has worked for you in the past. To not count that out of, maybe like in the past you used to go to the botanical gardens to decompress. And that was something that you used to do, but you just didn't have time to do it anymore. You're just busy. This is happening in life and that. But you know what? In the past, that was a place that you could call your sacred space. Maybe it's the library. Maybe you used to I used to really enjoy going to the main library downtown. I would see a couple people. I would get into my favorite little nook. But the cards are suggesting to take a peek at that, of what used to bring solace is the word. And offering to plant more seeds in that area. In the immediate past, what happened with this Nine of Wands? What happened? The Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Wands. There you are, Aries. There was a turning of events. There was a turning of events that brought you to a place where it just kind of wore you out. I don't know that this is bad, to tell you the truth. I don't think that what happened in the past was awful with this Wheel of Fortune and this Queen of Wands, because you're in your power. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands because you're already intuitive. Aries, you're already very close to the spirit world. We have three cards that are talking a little bit about of sacredness, and so I'm not sure that this was an awful thing that happened in the past. It was just a lot. You're just tired. You were just tired. Currently, with this 5 of Wands, can we clarify that? 2 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles. So I'm thinking that there are some people around you who are making it a little difficult for you to take this time out and to create this sacred space. They're making you choose. And you are not you're not one to be given an ultimatum. Let me say that. Because that other person or that other situation is not going to win. You're sitting in a really solid place of autonomy, a very high locus of control, and this entity, this person, this situation, they don't want you to. They don't want to do that. They don't want to put you in a corner of putting your back against the wall and making you pick, because you are not going to pick them. Immediate future with this 6 of Cups, we get the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. You are gonna pick, and it looks like you are going to look at some of the things that you've done in the past. 5 of Pentacles, bottom of the second deck. And it's going to lead, when you do this, it's going to lead to great stability. It's going to lead to feeling appreciated. Because right now, I'm thinking that you're not feeling very appreciated in some area of your life. Work, school, home, relationship. And when you take this time out for yourself, I know that sounds really strange, but when you take this time out for yourself, and with this other entity or entities that are trying to give you this ultimatum, you're not going to pick them. You are going to pick yourself. You are going to look back at all of that nostalgic part of your life of what worked for you in the past. You're going to do a little bit of it, and when you do that, it's going to lead to great stability, and it's actually even going to increase that solidness with your family, whoever that is. That could be anybody. You know, I mean, the family structure. It could be with, you know, your mate and your children and your dog and cat, or it could be with work, or it could be with a project that you're working on. It could be in any of those areas, but it is going to lead to a great solid space with it. I know it sounds really weird when you take that time out for yourself, that it increases that stability with others, but it does, because you're solidifying that internal locus of control. You're giving that the attention, and that ultimately is going to lead to greater connections with others. Can we get a couple of cards of advice from the universe? 7 of Swords and Page of Wands. So, in the bottom of the third deck is the King of Pentacles. That's stability that you're looking to create. With this advice from the universe, they're saying that whoever this is that is giving you this ultimatum are just making it, maybe it's not even an ultimatum, maybe they're just making it hard. Maybe they're just making it hard for you to move through this and to create this space for yourself. They're kind of full of shit. just kind of move past it. Go ahead and go out there and scout it out. Go on, scout it out. Go on and do what it is that's going to lead to healing for you. Final oracle card is the Star, number 20. Number 20, the Star. Like a lighthouse, the star appears in the spread to guide you, steering you away from the pain and difficulty of the past, so you can once again sail confidently into the future and towards a more peaceful, loving phase of life. The proverb, "It is always darkest before the dawn," rings true. And this card signals that what may have seemed your darkest hour is now behind you. When this card appears in a spread, lift your gaze to the night sky and search for the ray of light. The Star. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and move towards this star. You did have a little bit of a rough period here. I think that you're going to move through this as long as you can, let the other people know, hey, I need this for myself, guys. Whatever it is. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. The cards are just a suggestion on what would be, for your highest good. But you have ultimate control over what's going on. But Aries, this is what I got for you. Thanks for being here. Have a great end of November 2025, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.